friends, are you wondering if there are hotels that are not on Harbor, because those are a little spendy, that are still walking distance apart? There are, and today we're going to show you some of our favorites. Okay, I'm Becca, your theme park tip scout, and I'm here with my theme park bestie,
Tony.
All right, so here's the deal. Last time I walked all the Harbor Boulevard hotels, and I will link that video down in the description. And we're actually starting at the Courtyard because we're going to do a loop to show you the other hotels. So I had to show you where we're starting at the Courtyard so you would have a reference point. So we're going to go, there's a street in between the Courtyard and the Hojo. This is Manchester. It turns into Clementine. We're following it back around. There's a bunch of hotels there that are walking distance. So we're going to walk past the Courtyard, talk to you guys a little bit, and then we're going to show you these hotels. We're going to talk about some of the amenities and perks at those hotels for you guys so you can know if it's right for you. So the first 3 hotels we're going to come to, you would want to come the opposite way of what we're going right now and take from the Courtyard Hojo area, walk that way to get to the parks. And the other hotels, you'll see us, we're going to walk a strip that has nothing. And then we'll get to the other hotels, and then we will walk the way that you will walk to the parks from those 2. All of these hotels today are serviced by the Art, which you can get for $6 a day, have unlimited use that day. However, they're also walking distance. So forgive my voice. We've been doing a lot of recording, a lot of screaming on some rides. But
you will see me on my phone a little bit. That's because I'm taking notes because I am not that familiar with these ones either. So I'm learning as we go as well. So.
Yeah. So, all right. Once we get past the Courtyard, I'm going to turn this around so that you can see, but I'm going to wait for some pedestrians to pass so that they're not on video. All right. So when you're coming from Hojo and Courtyard over here, you look down the road and you see a curve. This is where we're going. Literally, here's the back side of the Courtyard, and we come right around this curve, and we will come to our first hotel, which is going to be the Holiday Inn and Suites. So you can see the building right here. Holiday Inn Express and Suites. Sorry, make sure I get that right. So this hotel can sleep up to 6 people in a room, which we love. Has the mini fridge, all that good stuff. It offers a free full hot breakfast. So that is good, right? Like, we love a free hot breakfast. All right, I gotta get my notes out. Make sure I tell you guys the right stuff, but we'll stop when we get right in front of it. So you can see this maybe adds 1.5 minutes to your walk if you're coming from the Courtyard. Okay, Home 2 Suites, and I'm pulling up my list, guys. Sorry, it'll take me a minute because I'm not that talented at using. Okay, the room 66, I talked about free hot breakfast. The other thing to know is that the parking here is $40 per night. So it is a little spendy, but that's pretty average actually for hotels in this area. It's a little bit older. What?
That's why I was.
It's Holiday Inn Express and Suites, guys. I misspeak. I hope you know what I'm talking about. Tony just like maybe paused. Just like, you're saying the wrong name. Okay. I did say the right one over there because I read the sign. But the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, the parking is $40 per night, but that is pretty standard for this area. So I know a lot of people get thrown off by the high parking rates, but it's normal around Disney. It helps keep people that aren't staying with them from parking there. Okay. Next up, this is kind of an interesting one because it is 2 hotels in the same building. They're both Hilton properties, and I'm going to walk into their parking lot here to show you a little bit more.
Okay. Awesome. Keep off.
So this right here is the Home 2 Suites by Hilton, and that is located on this right-hand side over here. And the left-hand side, they don't have the sign on this side, it's on the outside, is the Hilton Garden Inn. This is a fairly new property, I would say, since the reopening after the closure. But the two properties have very different offerings. So Home 2 Suites is like an extended stay with a kitchen area, sleeps up to 6. It comes with a free full breakfast for its guests. Now, what I will say about their kitchen area, there's no built-in stovetop or range. You have to get one, like one of those portable ones brought up from the downstairs, but it does have all your dishes and stuff and a mini fridge in it. I don't even remember if it has a microwave in it. I'm going to have to go back and check my notes. But that's what that hotel gets. The Hilton Garden Inn gets no free breakfast, and it just has standard rooms to sleep for. So Home 2 Suites can sleep up to 6. Hilton Garden Inn sleeps up to 4. Both of them have $40 per night parking, but I do believe it is all valet parking. So just be aware of that there are different hotels with different menus. There is an on-site restaurant, cafe type thing that you can like utilize for your breakfast here if you're at the Hilton Garden Inn, but only the Home 2 Suites gets a free full breakfast. So just be aware of that. A lot of people get confused when they stay places and something like that is happening, where one side of the hotel or like certain room types get certain perks and it's not there for everyone. So I just wanted to make sure you're aware of that. Okay, so we are continuing down. I'm going to show you that you get up here. Hold on. We're right next to the freeway, so we apologize for any excess noise, but let's turn this around. Right. So we're walking past these hotels. That little, I don't think you can see it yet. We're not far enough. But up here, there is a little wall. And that kind of ends where these hotels are. Then we go into some business and like college stuff for like half a block. And then we get to the other hotels. So these 3 hotels are the ones that you are going to want to use the walking from the Hojo and Courtyard area to do. So turn this back around because there's someone coming. Oh, thank you. All right. But if you're like trying to figure out where you're going and walking through these, this is kind of cute that they have this. They will let you know. Nope, turn around. You're going the wrong way. All right, so we're going to continue on. So one of the benefits of these hotels back here, and this is going to get a little iffy because guess what, guys? There's no sidewalk for part of this. I forgot to tell you that. Just as we go past the college or whatever this is. So we have to walk single file so that we don't get hit. Okay. So as we're walking, what I want to talk about is the what? Oh gosh, now I got a rock. Hold on. Walked this a million times, so I'm used to it. Tony seemed a little nervous. I noticed there's a little bit where we can walk up away from. We will have to get back down though, because that ends. So Tony's not as adventurous as I am, apparently. So much for being always adventure bound.
Hey, I'm doing the tightrope.
We are walking a tightrope here.
I think mine's a little more adventurous.
All right, but we have to get down here now because we are out. But we're almost back to the sidewalk. Whew. I really do apologize for my voice, guys. I know some people have a hard time listening to raspy voices, but I have to get this video for you guys. All right. So like I said, those ones are all going to walk the other way. We'll show you the path to get to the parks from the other hotels. But with that, I just want to remind you that what was I saying before we had to stop? Oh, these hotels, they're off of Harbor, just off Harbor. Shout out to our friends just off Harbor. They are great because they cost a little less and you're still walking distance. And actually, all of the hotels, except for one that we're showing, well, two, I guess, because Holiday Inn Express and Suites, are really new. So, like the Hiltons were new. The next two we're coming up to are new. We're back on a sidewalk, by the way, guys. It's literally just around this one building. There's no sidewalk. And of course, the best way to book these hotels is through Getaway Today, our partners. And you can do so by using the link in our bio or by calling 855-GETAWAY.
382929.
855-438.
I thought you said it just now.
I said 855-GETAWAY or.
Oh, gosh darn it. I thought you were
you already said Getaway.
I thought you were leading me in, but you did the 855-GETAWay. And I was thinking you were doing the 855, so I just said the 438-292. I'll get it. All right, we'll get it.
Okay, but here's the deal. If you call in, just make sure you tell them the Theme Park Tips Gal sent you, because that's how you're going to get our special rates and discounts that we might have available for you at whatever time you're booking. Okay. So these hotels we showed you, they didn't have, hold on, I got to take a break. You got to take over for a minute.
Okay.
My goodness. You got to talk about something.
No. Well, I'm learning as we go too, because it's like I've seen these hotels and I know about them, but understanding where exactly they are, this is really helpful for me, because now I can kind of get an idea of the ones that are close to Courtyard, that are close to Hojo, but maybe a little hidden. Mm-hmm. So this is fun. I'm glad we're doing this.
Yeah. In fact, I called the three we just did the honorary Harbor Boulevard hotels a lot of times. One thing I was thinking about is I did mention how we're by the freeway. I just want to say we're not walking on the freeway. There's this small street on the other side of the freeway. So wanted to point that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay. So one thing we are doing right now, we are actually coming up to the Cass parking lot for Disneyland, where we'll have some shuttles maybe coming in and out. And you can see, oh, here comes the art. You can see the art does circle this services area. So that's good. But there's going to be a four-way stop, I believe. And I just want to say, please, don't assume that because it's a four-way stop, they're going to stop for pedestrians. Because, yeah, I feel like I actually feel like the Uber drivers are the worst. Uber and Lyft drivers are the worst about it. But, yeah, we're coming up to the four-way stop, and, yeah. So we're almost to our next hotel, so I can turn this back around. Okay. This is the next hotel we're talking about, and it is the Element, which is by Westin, which means it is part of the Marriott brand. So, give me a moment to pull up my list again. So the Element is an extended stay type location as well. It has stovetops in the room, but no oven. The max occupancy for the largest room that you can book through our partners at Getaway is 8. They have a free full breakfast, guys, and let me tell you, this breakfast is actually a really good breakfast. It's one of the best breakfasts out there that I've seen for free breakfast. Additionally, they do an evening reception certain days of the week with some wines and I think water and a few other things. An artisan eatery eats, I guess. So that would be like cheeses and breads and crackers and things. So just
fancy.
Yeah, it's fancy. But let me turn this back around. Here's a really cool thing they do. They have bikes that you can borrow. Two bikes per room, and you get a helmet with it and a lock and a squall bag for your stuff.
That's cool.
And you can take it, you can ride it to Disneyland Resort and walk them up at the bike rack and ride it back, or you can ride around Anaheim a little bit and do some stuff. So that is something that is very unique to this hotel.
I love that. That's really
so Element is very much focused on healthy lifestyles, healthy living. So this is what I will say. The breakfast, if you have picky children and they aren't into egg whites and this kind of thing, it's going to be hard. So it's a lot of, they do have full scrambled eggs, I believe, too. But they do a lot of egg whites, a lot of the healthier stuff. So, we got a cast shuttle coming behind us. We're going to cross this way, so we're on the same side of the street as these hotels. See, made sure they weren't going to run us over as we crossed the four-way stop. Now, the art does pick up in between this and the next hotel, and you can catch that to go to Disneyland, or you can walk. I prefer to walk from these hotels. I will admit, though, there have been a couple times where I've had really long days and I take a ride share. But I don't like to do the art here because it drops you. Let me turn around. It drops you right up where you can see that that little thing, I guess, that little pull-in area. For the Element, you have to walk all the way around this building and come around like this to get to the entrance.
Oh.
And then the other hotel, you have to backtrack. So I just don't like it. I don't know. I'd rather be dropped off at the door because I'm a lazy person like that, I guess. Okay, back to the Element. Another thing to know is they have a saltwater pool.
Oh, that's cool.
It is cool, unless you're not expecting it in the taste.
Well, yeah.
So they have a saltwater pool. They do not have a hot tub.
Okay.
So that's important to know. All right. So as we walk, we're coming up to my personal favorite off-harbor hotel. And I do have a full tour of this hotel in the room up, and I will link that for you guys up in the card above. But it is the Suncoast Park Hotel. It's a fairly new hotel. I want to say 2016. That's a guess, guys. But it wasn't the Suncoast in 2016. It was a Country Inn and Suites. And I stayed when it was the Country Inn and Suites. And it was beautiful then. And then just before the closure, or maybe not just before, I guess it was 2018, it was purchased and remodeled. And I'm like, what are you remodeling? We didn't know they were changing the name at the time. And it had been purchased by a different brand. But it became the Suncoast, which is a Tapestry hotel by Hilton. So give me a minute. We're going to walk because we want to get where you can actually see stuff. Let me turn this around. And there's people there coming the other way. We're actually going to walk up to this hotel to show you a little bit because I love this hotel so much. And you don't really get a good look at it from the street. So we are getting up. They have this ivy wall because that's where the swimming pool is. They have a huge swimming pool. And that swimming pool has a view for the fireworks, which is kind of cool. Also, at the end of each hallway on each floor, there's a huge viewing area, like window, you can see the fireworks from.
Nice.
And they also have some firework view rooms. So let me grab my little thing here, and I got to show you one of the coolest things. I'm going to do it without showing people, hopefully. And can you see it over there? Yeah, right there. Right there. That VW bus is so cool.
Cute.
So fun. Okay, so this hotel has some cute vibes. So there are some perks when you book this hotel through our partners at Getaway Today. So first off, max occupancy in a room that you can book through our partners is 4. If you book through our partners a getaway today using the link below or calling the phone number and mentioning us, you also get free parking, which is a $40 per night savings.
Wow, that's huge.
Yes. They also have a 4th night free deal available subject to availability,
Nice.
which is awesome. And it scrolled. Let's see. Oh, so free breakfast. Now, I'm a little confused on this one because this used to be for everyone. Then they got rid of their free full breakfast. And then Getaway Today has their people get 4 breakfast tickets for each day. And they get free breakfast. But now on the site, it just says free full breakfast. So I don't know if that is a Getaway Today perk or if they now currently offer free full breakfast for all guests again. So I just want to be clear about that. It may be a Getaway Today perk. It may not. Okay. So just be aware. They do have a little restaurant area in there that serves some good foods. They have a cute little market. The rooms are beautiful. I love them. They have a mini fridge, a good sized mini fridge, that is, and a microwave in the rooms as well. So we're going to head back to the street. You're going to get to see one more hotel, but we're not going to go over to it. We're just going to show it to you, Kitty Corner. And then we will show you the walk to Disneyland.
I was supposed to stay at the Suncoast in May of this year with my husband, and I was so excited about it, but we wound up canceling just because we had too many things going on. I was so bummed because I think this is the cutest hotel.
I love this hotel. They also have a great staff too. Like just an amazing staff.
That's awesome.
So if I'm not staying at Courtyard, a lot of times I'm staying here. All right. So what we're doing, let me turn this around to show you, is we are walking back towards, same way we were walking when we came up to the hotel. And this street intersection we're coming up to is Disney Way. So right there, you're heading to Disney from it. But we're going to stop before we go. We're going to cross the first street, I think, depending on if we get there at the right time. And then we'll show you the other hotel because you get a better view from that corner over there. But it's actually across Disney Way. So it's up right here, but you can't really see it. Well, maybe you can.
This is where all the races take place and line up and do all the things. It's this area.
Oh, the Run Disney races.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're interested in a Disneyland Run Disney race, too bad. The ones that have already sold out are the last ones for a while because they are expanding and doing some stuff for a new entrance area. Okay, I guess we're going to tell you about this hotel from here because we missed the light. So across the street, you really can't see it because it's going to look like apartment buildings. But we'll turn and we'll talk about it ourselves. I'll go ahead and hit that so that when it is the Clementine Hotel and Suites. It is a Residence Inn style, but it looks more like apartments because I think at one point it was apartments. Then it became Residence Inn, and then it became this Clementine Hotel Inn and Suites. The max occupancy for the biggest room is 8. It does have free full breakfast. It does have a free, or not free, a full kitchen. Like this is like real apartment style, okay? And for our Getaway Today guests that book through our link or by calling the number and mentioning us, you also get free parking, which is a $15 per night savings, 1 car per room. So if you are bringing 2 cars, the second car has to pay, but the first car doesn't. Okay? And I don't know if 15 is also the rate for the second car because some places like that, the first car is the cheaper rate, the second car is more expensive. So just be aware. Okay, so we just crossed what is now Clementine, but it turned into Manchester. It was just like a loop, literally. And we're going to show you the walk back to Disney or to get to Disneyland. And then we will show you some of the things along the way that you might be interested in. And you're going to start seeing things that look familiar as well. So literally from this corner, it is a straight shot down to Harbor Boulevard. You're going to see a lot of art buses going by. Oh, there's the Candy King in trolley. Lots of great stuff. Now, I love these hotels. I think it's a great walk. However, I will say at night, it does not have the best lighting. So I want you to know that and to be aware. The other thing to know is, sorry, I had to get a drink, is across the street from across Disney Way is the Garden Walk, which is an outdoor shopping center, and like there's lots
Movie
of stuff.
theater,
Movie theater.
yeah.
I think there's a bowling alley. There's lots of stuff there, right? There's also nightclubs there, and sometimes the nightlife can get a little interesting. And so I never walk on the other side of the street. Even if I were to stay at Clementine, I would walk on this side. Even though the other side, I think, has a little bit better lighting, because I have seen a lot of really drunk people doing really dumb stuff over there. So that's just, and it's not all the time, but it's just,
Sure, especially on the weekend time.
especially on the weekends. Yeah, during the week, it's probably okay. Maybe not so much in the summer, but yeah. So just, if you're coming back before like it gets dark, you'll be fine. But just be aware. All right. So as you can see, we have where it says theme parks forward. Garden Walk is across from us. We'll see there's House of Blues there. I can tell you right now. Yeah, they do have bowling. It's on their sign, but there it is. You can see it.
Bolero.
Yeah. I think there's an escape room there. There's an AMC theater. Also, just so you guys know, if you end up staying at the JW Marriott, which is very fancy and expensive, you walk through the Garden Walk to get to your hotel as a shortcut if you don't want to pay for the art and stuff. And that also was kind of interesting with all of the nightlight. All right, I don't know how well it shows up on this with the wide angle lens, but we are seeing back of Guardians of the Galaxy. Also, we are totally doing this today because we're blocked from the parks with our key today. Tony flies home later today. I'm staying for a few more days, but I was like, okay, she's still flying out at 4. What can we get done? And I thought we can do this walking tour. So as we're walking, there is a crosswalk that goes over a Garden Walk. Here's a little secret. A lot of people share is, especially locals, this is more a local, or if you're driving from like Buena Park or a little farther away. Instead of parking at Disneyland, a lot of people park at the Garden Walk. It is allowed to park there and go over to Disneyland. It's closer than the other parking lots if you're going to walk in. I think it's cheaper too. I think you save $10 to $15 or something like that. You'll have to look all that up to be sure. But yeah, so people park there and then walk to Disneyland from Garden Walk parking garage. Open daily. I can't read it from here. Okay. Theme park
Hotel
guests.
Convention center, local business parking.
Those all get special rates. So special parking rates for those. So yeah, you get a special parking rate at that for it. We're gonna turn this back around. I want you to see exactly where we are. Sun's finally starting to come out. All right. So if you did watched my Harbor Boulevard hotels, are they really walking distance? We're coming up to the hotels that I walk. They're on Harbor. This is Grand Legacy at the park, which I talked about. This is the back of it, though. The front's way up there. And then on the other side of the street, over here, these are the Anaheim Hotel buildings. So we're getting really close to Disneyland. And what we're going to do is, once we're in front of the Grand Legacy, we're going to keep going down Harbor Boulevard. We're not going to cross the street, but you will get to see where the crosswalk is. And while I did cover all this in the Harbor Boulevard one, I will talk about the dining options that we are walking by so that you know what's nearby to go and get some food at. So while we're doing this, I want you guys to tell me what your favorite hotel in the Disneyland Resort area is. And so when I say Disneyland Resort area, it can be down in Garden Grove, it could be in Buena Park, it could be in Anaheim, just with that area that's kind of covered a little bit by the art, or like Buena Park Knott's is covered by the art, but almost every hotel there has free shuttles to Disneyland. So that's why I kind of count Buena Park. Yeah, let me know what your favorites are. All right, Tony.
Yes.
Of those hotels, other than the Suncoast, because we know that one, which one was most intriguing to you?
I've always been intrigued by the Element.
Okay.
That one is a bucket list for me.
Okay.
I love the idea of the healthy and all of that, and the bikes, and I just think that's a really cool idea. So
yeah. I actually didn't. I mean, I knew they had bikes. I didn't know how it really worked until I was researching for this video to make sure I knew some of the perks of each of the hotel and unique things. Because I toured it, I've stayed there, and they say there's free bike rentals for guests, but I didn't know what it was, and they actually have 2 bikes per room.
Really cool.
So that's pretty cool.
My husband and I would love doing something like that. We do that when we go on vacation a lot of times.
One thing I want to say about Suncoast is a very relaxing hotel. I love going to that one on a girls' trip, or I probably would as well with my spouse, maybe.
All right.
Yeah, no, it's relaxing for me though. When I go with my spouse, if we're doing the theme parks, we like to stay closer when it's just the 2 of us, and so that's kind of why I wouldn't go there with my husband, because he complains a lot when it's hot and he has to walk. Sorry for calling you out, hubby, but it's true. It has a large pool that's very calm and serene. And the deepest it gets, I believe, is maybe 4 feet.
Ah, nice.
So
even us shorties can still be at standing level.
Yes. And it's a 0 entry pool. I forgot to put that.
That's cool.
Where the water comes right up and laps over the edges and stuff like that.
Nice.
So it's really cool. I like it. It does have a hot tub. I don't think I said that, but it does. And they have we saw the games out there people were playing when I was showing the bus. Okay, turning this back around. Here's that Grand Legacy we talked about. Now, the Grand Legacy does have a rooftop restaurant and bar called the Fifth. It's the Fifth rooftop and restaurant and bar. And you can go and you can eat there, and they have deals. They also have, though, right out here in front, first there's DNR Mobility, which is a scooter rental company. We have Boba and Pizza, the Pink Pig. There's Boba and Pizza. Mama Katsu. They have Bento. Can you read it? Because it's hard for me to read and watch the neon sign of what they have. Mama Katsu.
You want me to read some of those words?
List? Yes.
I cannot. I have no idea. I've never seen that word in my life. Musubi Bento rolls. I can read.
It's
TTBOKBOKKI.
Tataki Baki rolls. I don't know. Sorry for
that's a word.
And then what's the next one? You gotta talk.
Alpha Gift Mart.
Yeah, which I'm guessing is also their gift shop.
Yeah, it looks like a gift shop.
And then
someplace I have yet to try, but everybody talks about it, is a Mochi Donut Cafe.
Yeah. So those are some options for you, dining wise.
I love the Fifth too, by the way. I love their food.
Yes. Now you get a hold of this so I can take a drink. We're just kind of aiming it at the stuff we're walking by. Tony's new to this, guys. I gotta give her some tips. All right. So next up, we come to a restaurant most of you probably know from other areas, and that is Tony Roma's. So it does ribs, seafood, steaks, that kind of food. Let's scoot over. We're gonna walk single file so people can pass us. Have you ever eaten at Tony Roma's?
Yes, when they had it in Boise area.
Yeah. So what I like about that is sometimes people want to eat somewhere they're familiar with. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's great to try new food, and sometimes you just want to know you're gonna like what you're gonna eat. So I like when there are national chain restaurants mixed with unique ones. Yeah. All right. So we're continuing on. Here's the Best Westin. We're not going to talk about these hotels because I go into detail on them in the other video. Sorry, guys. Just swap my mic. But next up is Denny's. Everyone
Good
knows
old
what Denny's is. It's open 24 hours. Now, what I'm going to say, there's a Denny's, and a little bit farther down, there's an IHOP. These are the most, all these restaurants, even though they're chain restaurants, are going to be the most expensive of these restaurants that you've ever seen outside for maybe in an airport, right? Like those prices are pretty darn high. So you want to show them over across the street.
Okay.
So here's Disneyland Resort. This is the Uber and Lyft drop-off area. I know it's kind of far away, hard to see, especially the wide-angle lens. Oh, we've got a preacher on the corner today on the Disneyland side of the street. All right. So also right here, though, we're coming up, and there is a Cold Stone Creamery, another one that people know, nationally, recognized and like out there. So yeah. Oh, let's see. Yeah, there's a preacher. That's what I do. So right here, we're coming up on, as well as an IHOP, we are coming up on the actual crosswalk to get to Disneyland. Right? Yeah. So you can see right here, and there's the Disneyland Resort sign. Don't run into the pole. Okay, now turn around this way.
Yeah.
There's the IHOP, like literally right across the street from Disneyland. All right, I can take it now. Sorry, guys. We're trying to avoid. It's still morning. There's still people showing up to the parks. We're trying not to get them on. Okay. This one people rave about. So this used to be Captain Kids, which is so glad. It's good it's gone. It was awful.
Really?
But now it is Calica Mama's Cantina, and people rave about this.
I haven't even heard of it, so that's crazy. I mean, I see it, but I haven't heard people talk about it.
Yeah,
it's
people
really good.
rave
The vibes
about it.
are really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, oh look, on the back, you guys can't see it, but we can. There's a neon sign. It says, "Feed me tacos and tell me I'm pretty."
I love it.
Oh, that's cute.
Like they have, for cocktail people, they have lots of unique cocktails, it looks like, from the sign.
Yes, they do. All right. Carry along. Oh, I hope our mic is drowning out the preacher, because
I know. Yeah.
he's being mean. He's like, what did he just say?
Are you right?
Oh,
The sign
okay.
says, "Are you right?"
It sounded like you said something about black, and then "Are
Yeah.
you white?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
I heard that too.
like
but,
that you should be white. I was like, dude, get off Disney property. Go find yourself a hole to crawl into.
I'm being optimistic. I think he may have said the other, but his sign says, "Are you right?" So I'm going to go with that. Not good. That's not good.
Not sure at all. All right. So we just walked by a Best Western. I did this whole tour, but still just a good reminder to see what is here as far as restaurants. So now they have the Cove on Harbor, and this is like a market and restaurant. They sell ice cold water for $1.50, which is a lot less than you pay.
Wow.
At Disneyland, but it does take card only. I can see on the side. So just be aware of that.
Little gift shop
So
like
yeah. So this is attached to the Tropicana. To let you know. So as we're walking, I just want to tell you what some of the parking rates are. The Tropicana does allow people to pay for parking here if they're not full. Tony, how much is the one-day parking before tax?
$44.50. Oh my.
And I'm not going to lie, I know that people complain about that $40 valet parking at the other hotels for guests. And they complain about like $50 valet parking at one of the nicer hotels here on Harbor. And it's like, guys, it's normal here. Like, literally, that's my thing. It is normal here. Unless it's a perk, like a special perk for certain groups, or like through Getaway Today, that offers free parking still, is the Castle Inn and Suites, which is in my Harbor Hotel walk. It's the last one I went to in that direction. So right now we're also passing the Camelot Inn and Suites, and then we're going to come to another national chain restaurant. And I don't know what's going on outside this other one. I think there's a group.
Hopefully it's a group.
I think it's a teen group that's waiting. They're staying at a hotel here and they're waiting for everyone.
They're kind of
They're
blocking
taking up the whole sidewalk.
Oh my.
But, all right. Turn this back around. Thanks. McDonald's. This is a huge McDonald's. Like, it doesn't look huge, but you go inside, it's pretty big.
It goes back a long ways.
It does go back a long ways. What I will say is after the day at the parks, someone's smoking.
Oh. Jeez.
This drive-thru gets really backed up. So, to see that last a lot, because I actually told that huge group, there's a whole grass area they're not standing on. So I'm mean like that. I'll be like, you guys are blocking the entire sidewalk. Can you move?
It's the mom thing in us, I think.
It is. All right, here's another restaurant, Panera.
And both of those you can order on the app if you're like walking over.
Yes, that's true. You can order on the app. What I like is to do, because Panera has Mountain Dew. So sometimes I'll join the free sip club for that free trial period. So I can come and grab Mountain Dews here. And then I cancel after. You know. Anyways.
Do what you got to do.
That's right. So this is where we're going to end it. I even went farther than we said. There is a Mimi's Cafe just a little bit farther. I do talk about that in the Harbor Hotels video. But now you know where those off-harbor hotel gems are. Again, my personal favorite is the Suncoast. I love that hotel. I have stayed at the Element. I like that one too. My friend Jessica stayed at Home 2 Suites and Hilton Garden a lot, and even the Holiday Inn Express and Suites a lot. The one I'm really wanting to try out, just because it fits larger families, is having that Residence Inn style within walking distance is that Clementine. And there is also the Residence Inn Convention Center that you could consider walking distance, but it is a lot more expensive. It is a lot newer too, but it is a lot more expensive. And we've stayed there before, right? You stayed with me at that one, didn't you?
Which one?
The Residence Inn Convention Center.
I think that's the one we stayed, right?
Yeah.
I do get confused as to where certain things are when we do these things. That's why I like this so much, because this helps me a lot. I have to see it in my brain.
When we stayed at that one, it was hotel tours, I believe.
Yes.
And so we get picked up and taken to all the different hotels, and you're talking to the other people that are learning about the hotels and stuff. So it's, you don't really pay attention to where things are compared to where you're at.
Because even like I'll see them when I'm coming on in my Uber or Lyft or whatever from the airport, and I'll see them, but I still get turned around a little bit. So now I'm like, oh, that makes sense. This is clear.
Yeah. So anyways, we're back at our hotel. We hope you enjoyed this walking tour. Let us know if there's an area. Maybe we should do the Catella hotels next time, like Westin and all of those, to show you guys where they're at. Let us know if that's something you'd be interested in.